Hello, beautiful subscribers, old and new. Welcome to episode 23 of J Butler's Jams. It's Friday night, so I do Friday night movies on my channel. And since it's Mother's Day, the movie that I'm going to review is going to be what I consider to be an homage to mothers everywhere. It's from 1991. It's a science fiction action adventure movie. It's R-rated and 2 hours and 15 minutes long, and it's called Terminator 2: Judgment Day. In the second installment in the Terminator franchise, we find 10 years later that John is born and living in foster care because his mother Sarah was locked up in a mental institution, in a high security mental institution. Because, of course, if you were to tell me that machines were coming from the future to enslave humans and kill off my son and myself, you would think that I was absolutely crazy. But come to find out John actually comes to find out that his mother is not as crazy as she sounds, because the T1 comes and rips through his whole family, rips through his foster family, and comes and actually rips up the whole town looking for this cat. And so John discovers that, oh God, the machine sent down another Terminator to come and kill him. But what John doesn't know is that his father also sent down a Terminator to come and protect him. So it actually gets really interesting, and that's where the show gets absolutely beautiful. The T-1000 is very skilled, and he can mimic other people, and he can make other weapons with his body, and he's made of liquid mercury, which kind of looks like he kind of looks like he's silver. It's like liquid silver. It's absolutely beautiful and stunning. The cinematography and the special effects in this movie are bar none. It's just absolutely outstanding. But let me get into some more of this movie for you. So some of the cast in this movie: John Connor is played by Ed Furlong, and he's been around in the industry for a while. He's a very good actor. You should actually look into some of his other movies. His mother, Sarah Connor, is played by the one and only Linda Hamilton. If you're not familiar with her, please get familiar with her. You are missing out on a lot of great art from this woman. She's absolutely dedicated to her craft, and she knows what she's doing. She's absolutely outstanding. The T-1000 is played by Robert Patrick, who is known for his show Scorpion on CBS, the one that has Catherine McPhee in it. If you have not seen this show Scorpion, you should watch. It's absolutely amazing. I might even review it later on in the series. But Robert Patrick plays the evil Terminator that comes to destroy John and Sarah and save the future for the machines. And of course, you cannot forget talking about Terminator 2 without mentioning the OG himself, Arnold Schwarzenegger. He plays a Terminator sent back through time by John's father to help protect John and Sarah while they're going through while they're trying to get to make sure that the future is safe for all of us. The movie was directed by the one and only James Cameron. He directed this really unknown movie that you might not know. It's called Titanic. No, he really did do a great job on Titanic, and he really did an amazing job in any other movie that he's ever directed, as far as I'm concerned. He's absolutely outstanding at what he does. But he's known more for Titanic, which was his passion project, which will probably be discussed later on in this series as well. He not only did James Cameron direct this, he also produced the movie as well too. One of the companies that produced the movie was Carol Co. Pictures. It was distributed by TriStar Pictures. And the cost to make this movie was $1.2 million. But the movie grossed over $530 million in box office sales worldwide, and that was just while it was released in theaters, it accumulated $530 million. So the cats actually got their money back and then some. So 3 facts from this movie that I think are going to blow your mind, because when I found them out, it absolutely blew my mind too. Did you know that Linda Hamilton has just as sexy of a sister like she is? Her name is Leslie Hamilton Garand. And please, Leslie, if I mispronounce your name, Leslie and Linda, if I pronounce your sister's last name wrong, please do not hit me in public when I meet you, and I will fangirl out, and please just tell me to relax when I meet you, because that's exactly what's going to go down, because I love both of you. You're both beautiful. But anyway, Leslie, Linda's sister, there's a scene in the movie where the T-1000 clones, where he can, like I told you, he can clone people and mimic them and everything. So in the scene where Sarah is facing herself, she's actually facing her sister. So you think it's like a CGI, or like Linda Hamilton jumped from side to side, or however they do the splits to splice up the movie to make it look like she's in 2 different places. But no, it's her twin sister. They're absolutely beautiful, and she plays her in the movie. It's actually really cool. Wait till you see this movie. I promise you, you're not gonna be disappointed. So for the T-1000, another fun fact about this movie, the T-1000 that was played by Robert Patrick was originally going to be casted as Billy Idol, the rock and roll star Billy Idol, Rebel Yell, and all that stuff. That guy, he was originally going to be the T-1000, but unfortunately he got into a terrible, terrible motorcycle accident, and so they had to film the movie without him. He was not in the movie, unfortunately. Billy Idol, can you imagine? Like, that would be really cool too. But no offense, Robert Patrick, you killed this part. You absolutely slayed it. So don't think I'm like hating on it. Like it was, but I'm just at awe that it was Billy Idol that they're gonna put in this movie instead of him. Oh, and another not so fun fact, but a really bad fact, as a matter of fact. But it's kind of just interesting to know this about her. But Linda Hamilton. Has lost all of her hearing in one of her ears. Not going to tell you which one it is. She'll let you tell you that when she wants, and if she wants to tell you that, she will tell you that herself. But yeah, unfortunately, I am telling you a little, not little, but I'm telling you an interesting fact about you that's not so cool. But anyway, and during the shooting of the movie, there was an action adventure scene that happens in an elevator, and in that elevator scene, she forgot between takes to put in her earplug to save her sound, and she forgot to put one of the earplugs in, and she ended up losing sound in her ear, unfortunately, when that scene was being filmed. So why I like the movie is that it was released on Wednesday, July 3rd of 1991 in the United States. It was released on July 1st in Los Angeles, and it was released before that in the European markets. So that's usually how movies are done. They're released first abroad to get the European and all the other countries' domestic grosses to see what it's going to do, and then they release it here in the United States. And movies are first released in Los Angeles and New York, DC, and Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's those four that they're released in first before they're released nationwide for everybody else to watch it. But anyway, it was released on Wednesday, July 3rd. The one of the reasons why I love the movie is because my brother Terry and we used to go to the movies every single week, and we never missed an opening weekend of any movie from 1984 until 1992 when we just stopped going to movies together because my brother had something happen and we just stopped going to the movies, unfortunately. Another reason why I love this movie is because, like I said, it pays homage to mothers everywhere, as far as I'm concerned. Like Linda Hamilton is a strong, take no garbage kind of person, except when it comes to her son. She's very protective and loving of him, which reminds me of my mother. My mother was just as absolutely beautiful and stunning. She sacrificed a lot physically, mentally, and emotionally to raise me and my siblings. So that to me is an homage to like mothers everywhere. This movie is just so beautiful because of that. And it's just action packed is another reason why I love this movie. It's just absolutely outstanding. So I just want to thank that ends my show today, but I just want to thank everybody that has put hands on this movie. So Linda Hamilton, Robert Patrick, Ed Furlong, Arnold Schwarzenegger, James Cameron, thank you for doing this, and the cast and crew, everybody else that was in this movie. It's absolutely worth watching, and it's really beautiful and poignant. Another cool little thing that I wanted to tell you about in the movie is that the mall where the action adventure scene happens with when John comes to face the fact that his mama wasn't lying and that the T-100 was coming to get her. That mall was honest. It was actually also featured in Fast Times at Ridgemont High as well. So that's another little cute little thing that you can learn about the movie. So that's it for my show today. But please feel free to like this episode if you liked it. And if you hate it, do the thumbs down, but please don't. And if you love it, please subscribe. If you love me, please subscribe to this 10-minute segment that I'm doing today. Sorry for the run-on. And if you want to follow some of these great actors and actresses and people from the movie, because it's something to do and it's something really cool that you should do, you can follow Linda Hamilton on Twitter at the letter M, Linda Hamilton. So it's I'm Linda Hamilton at Twitter. Ed Furlong on Twitter is just Edward Furlong on Twitter is Ed Furlong on Twitter. Robert Patrick is Robert Patrick T2. The T is capitalized and it's the number 2 if you want to follow Robert Patrick on Twitter. If you want to follow James Cameron on Twitter, you just follow Jim Cameron. It's Jim Cameron, Jim and his name, Cameron. And if you want to follow Arnold Schwarzenegger on Twitter, if you already are not following him, and if you are following him, then you know that it's just literally his last name. And I will definitely put an effort into spelling this for you correctly, so please bear with me. It's SCHWARZENEGGER. So if you want to follow Arnold, you can follow him on Twitter at that. So that is it for my episode, and it is Friday, so please watch this movie and stay in and like keep warm and comfortable and have some popcorn and some snacks and cuddle up with somebody, your dog, or even like a pet or like a pillow, and just watch this absolutely great movie on Mother's Day. And for those of you that still have your moms and dads with us on this planet, just give them a nice little hug for me and specifically kiss your mom on Mother's Day for me and tell her that you love her and tell her that I love her too. So have a great weekend, y'all, and I hope that you enjoyed this movie and I hope that you enjoyed this show. Have a great night.